History, as they say, has a funny way of repeating itself. But have you ever stopped to wonder why, or even how? Mathematics may hold the answer. It's a common adage that history tends to repeat itself. Empires rise and fall, societies flourish and decay, and patterns of human behavior seem to recur across time and space. You may ask, but why does this happen? The answer might be found in a surprising place: mathematics. Yes, you heard it right. Mathematics, the universal language, may offer a key to unlock the mysteries of the past. How so? Allow me to introduce a relatively new field of study called Cliodynamics. Named after Clio, the ancient Greek muse of history, Cliodynamics applies mathematical models and statistical techniques to historical data. Just like physicists use equations to describe the movements of planets or predict the behavior of particles, Cliodynamicists use mathematical models to identify patterns in historical data. They compile vast information about past societies into databases and then analyze these data to detect patterns and cycles. But Cliodynamics isn't just about number crunching. It's about understanding the underlying processes that drive history. It's about finding the common threads that weave through the tapestry of human civilization. It's about looking at the grand sweep of history and asking, what are the fundamental forces at work here? Cliodynamics aims not to predict the future with absolute certainty, but to better understand the forces that shape our world. By studying past patterns, we can gain insights into the potential outcomes of the present. So what does mathematics reveal about these repeating patterns of history? Let's dive in. Let's return to the Roman Republic's downfall and the Taiping Rebellion. Picture the Roman Republic, a society once brimming with prosperity and power, slowly crumbling under the weight of its elite competition. The wealthy patricians, engrossed in their pursuit of power, left the plebeians, the ordinary people, to bear the brunt of inequality. This social unrest eventually led to the downfall of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Now, journey across the globe and fast forward to mid-19th century China during the Taiping Rebellion. It was a period of intense social and economic turmoil, with the Qing dynasty's corrupt practices leading to widespread discontent. The rebellion, fueled by this extreme inequality, resulted in one of the deadliest conflicts in history. So how do these historical events connect? Enter Cliodynamics, a scientific approach to studying history. By compiling and analyzing data from past societies, Cliodynamics reveals patterns and trends in human history. These examples have identified a common thread of extreme inequality leading to societal unrest and violence. But Cliodynamics goes beyond just identifying patterns. It helps us understand why these patterns occur. In the case of the Roman Republic and the Taiping Rebellion, it shows us how the competition for wealth and power among the elites can escalate, corrupting society from within and leading to devastating consequences. These historical examples show us that extreme inequality often paves the way for societal unrest and violence. So what about today? Fast forward to the present day. Are we seeing similar patterns of inequality and potential unrest? One might argue that we certainly are. Take, for example, the college admissions scandal that shook the United States. Wealthy parents and many celebrities spent millions to cheat the system and secure spots for their children in prestigious universities. This incident highlighted the vast disparities in access to quality education, a fundamental right that should be available to everyone, regardless of socioeconomic status. Across the Atlantic, we see another manifestation of elite competition in the United Kingdom's honor system. Titles and honors, traditionally reserved for those who've made significant contributions to society, have come under scrutiny. There's growing concern that these are merely tokens of elite competition rather than recognition of genuine societal contribution. These examples, while seemingly disparate, underscore a common theme: the growing divide between the haves and the have-nots. And as we've seen from history, such disparities can have devastating consequences. But the question remains, are these isolated incidents, or are they symptoms of a more significant issue? The answer might be found in the growing body of data, suggesting that we're living in a time of extreme inequality. Whether it's wealth, education, or health, the gap between the richest and the poorest has never been wider. And it's not just about the money, it's about power, influence, and the ability to shape the world in one's image. When competition among the elites spirals out of control, it's the rest of society that bears the brunt. Social unrest, violence, and instability are often the unfortunate fallout. It seems that history is indeed repeating itself, but what can we do about it? It's a daunting question, but not an impossible one. By learning from the past and understanding the patterns that lead to societal crises, we can strive to create a more equitable, diverse, and peaceful world. Is our future doomed to be a repetition of the past? Not necessarily. Understanding these patterns gives us a chance to break the cycle. We live in a world where the tools of change are at our fingertips. The Cliodynamics approach to history helps us identify patterns of societal unrest and inequality, but it also illuminates the path to solutions. It's not enough to recognize the patterns. We must actively strive to disrupt them. So how do we break these patterns? By promoting diversity in all its forms. Diversity isn't just about differing cultures or ethnicities. It's about different perspectives, experiences, and ideas. When we cultivate diversity, we create a society that is more resilient, innovative, and better equipped to manage the challenges of our time. Inequality often breeds unrest, and unrest can lead to violence. But diversity, understanding, and peace can help mitigate these issues. Embracing diversity means acknowledging and valuing the differences between us. It means creating opportunities for everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Understanding is another crucial factor in breaking the cycle. We need to understand not just the events of the past, but also the motivations and circumstances that led to those events. This understanding can help us avoid repeating the same mistakes and forge a different path. Finally, peace. It may seem abstract, but peace is an active choice. It's a commitment to dialogue over violence, understanding over conflict, and unity over division. It's about creating a society where everyone feels valued, heard, and included. These solutions may seem ambitious, but they are within our reach. The patterns of history have shown us what can happen when inequality and unrest are allowed to flourish. But they've also shown us the transformative power of diversity, understanding, and peace. We have the power to shape our future, but to do that, we need to understand our past. Understanding these patterns in history is not just an academic exercise. It's a call to action for each one of us. When we look back at the past, we see a reflection of our present and a mirror of our future. The patterns that emerge from the rise and fall of the Roman Republic to the Taiping Rebellion are not mere coincidences. They echo human behavior, power, inequality, greed, and conflict. But remember, history is not a path set in stone. It's a trail in the sand, shaped and reshaped by the winds of time and human actions. We, as individuals and as a society, have the power to break these patterns and steer our history toward a more peaceful and diverse world. It starts with each one of us, with our decisions, our actions, our voices. We can promote diversity by embracing different cultures, perspectives, and ideas. By understanding and respecting our differences, we enrich our society and strengthen our bonds. We can foster peace by resisting the lure of power and wealth, by striving for fairness and justice. By standing up against inequality and discrimination, we can prevent social unrest and violence. We can learn from history, not just to understand our past, but also to shape our future. And as we learn, we must also teach. Share these stories, these lessons, these patterns with others. Encourage them to reflect, to question, to act. Together, we can create a ripple effect, a wave of change that can break the cycle of history. Let's strive for a future where history doesn't repeat itself, but evolves into a more diverse and peaceful world. Remember, the power to shape our future is in our hands. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. We hope this video has sparked curiosity and inspired you to question, reflect, and act. If you enjoyed this video and found it insightful, we encourage you to like it. Your likes help us reach more people and spread these essential lessons. Please share this video with your friends, family, colleagues, and anyone interested. Every share creates a ripple, and each ripple has the potential to become a wave of change. Also, consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you join a community of learners, thinkers, and change makers. You'll also be the first to know when we release new content, giving you more opportunities to learn and grow. Remember, your support helps us create more content like this. It enables us to research, write, and produce these videos, and most importantly, It helps us spread knowledge, spark conversations, and inspire action. So, thank you for being a part of this journey, for being a part of our community, and for being a part of the change. Let's continue to learn from the past, understand the present, and shape the future. Together, we can make history not just something that repeats, but something that evolves. Thank you.